Mm-hmm.
What the hell? Ain't no way.
Me and JBL the same person for real.
So you racist too?
Of course.
You might well throw Jack Sawyer in there too.
Oh, Jack Sawyer is definitely racist.
Jack Swagger is not racist.
No, so Jack Sawyer,
Who that is?
Ohio
the
State.
one of the defensive ends on Ohio State.
Oh, Buddy. Oh, what? Yeah, he definitely Buddy with the tattoos.
Oh yeah,
He
big
definitely
red.
racist.
A nigga had a pride flag, not pride flag. Never mind.
I think he won them
I know
big
what
race.
He a good racist.
Yeah, he the wrong kind of racist. Bro, I just seen a dude on Instagram that's 7'6" dancing. Bro,
That shit be looking
if
crazy.
you don't go help the Lakers, bro.
Like, Lakers definitely need a center.
I feel like we got to pick a new team. We always say if you don't go help the Lakers, you help somebody else. We keep on helping the Lakers.
The Sixers need a center.
Yeah, they did.
We need a center.
I had a question for y'all.
Charlotte.
I didn't know if this was common information or not. But yes, what team was the first NBA team?
First NBA team?
Yeah.
It had to be some team up north.
I want to say, is it the Celtics?
That is not the Celtics.
The
It's
Knicks.
not the TikTok. I saw somebody
it's
offering
the
100.
Hawks.
The Knicks.
It's the
No, it's
no,
not.
it's the
It's
Hawks.
not the Knicks. No, I saw somebody offering offering people $100 if they get it right, and I was like, bro, I could have won that $100 because I knew it off the top of my head.
Don't tell me. I'm about to look it up.
Don't look it up. That defeat the purpose of me asking.
I'm trying to think. Hold on.
It's not even telling me what was the first team.
They aren't located in the same place anymore, but they got the same same name.
Same name. What conference?
Mm-hmm.
You talk
West.
was it the Minneapolis Lakers before they moved to LA?
Mm-mm. No, it wasn't.
It won the Grizzlies because they was an expansion team. It's not the Hornets. You said West.
You said the first NBA team?
Yeah.
It can't be the Spurs. Is it the Spurs?
Bro, out west?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the Grizzlies.
Kings.
The Pelicans.
Yes, it's the Kings.
It's the Kings?
It's the Kings.
Oh, they were in Anaheim. Yeah, you're
Oh,
right.
I'm waiting for you niggas to beat it.
Nah, they went Kansas City.
They were in Kansas City?
Kansas.
Basketball originated in Kansas.
Yeah, they went like Kansas City or something like that.
Yeah. Weak ass team.
Crazy work. Well, guys, welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of The Lounge. You know what I'm saying? I'm your host, the Lounge Undisputed Universal Champion. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Let me get on this side. Jay, you know what I'm saying? Nice to be here again with y'all. And joining with me, like always, is my man, Mr. Rico, the 11-time kickball champ himself, Mr. Lucius Left Foot, Rico Mack in the cut. What's going on? His secret was his name is Lucius Left Foot, but he's right footed.
Exactly.
Don't let it go over your head. And coming below us, man, we got my main man, Mr. Dave. You know, undisputed. Hey, but you gotta change your name.
Yeah, I was undisputed champion first, man. We still gotta have our match. Our unification match.
I'm Hulk Hogan. I'm the booker around here. I ain't saying nothing.
It don't work for you?
No work for me. I'm finna WrestleMania 9 this thing. I'm changing the whole card. And joining us for the first time, man, we got a new face for the Lounge family, man. Coming straight out of Charlotte, we got my main man Zay in the cut. Zay, you gotta get a nickname, man.
Man, I thought Zay was a nickname, man. We gotta get something else.
You gotta be like formally known as something. You know what I'm saying? It's different, man.
Hey, we gotta get you a name, man.
They've been trying to take.
I used to go by Tiger Hood for real because I played golf. I still use that one for real.
Hey, that's fine with me. So, man, we got a new face to the family, man. We got my man, Mr. Tiger Hood himself, aka Zay. What's going on with you, man?
Man, glad to be here with y'all boys. Glad to be here with y'all boys.
Hey, man, we gonna hop right into it, man. You know, I was told I need to bring these back, man. It's the TikToks, baby. So we are gonna hop right into it. Hold on, let me start. Let me hop this in. Let me write my start. 25. So today, you three will be contestants on my game show. Now, what we're gonna do today, I will name a college. Each of you will have 5 seconds to name a NBA player from that school.
5 seconds. He can be any player.
Yeah, it can be any player as long as they went to that school.
Okay.
Wait, quick question. Can it be current?
Yeah, it can be current.
Oh,
It don't have to be all time. It can be current or all time, whichever comes to your mind first. We're gonna start off light, and then we're gonna turn the heat up a little bit, man.
bet.
Now, I'm gonna try and keep up with it as best I can, but like I don't know everything. So if I call a quick pause for a fact check, then I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do a quick fact check. We're gonna see what's going on. All right, who wanna go first?
Should I go first? I'll go first, bro. I'll go first.
All right, we go Dave, we go Rico, then Dave. Let's keep it moving. Y'all ready?
For sure.
First school, the University of Kentucky.
Anthony Davis.
All right, Rico.
Oh, me. Oh, right next. Oh, Devin Booker.
Okay.
Who did you say?
Devin
He
Booker.
said Devin Booker.
Devin Booker. Okay, Dave is on you.
John Wall.
John Wall. Okay, Duke. Zay.
Tyus Jones.
Okay.
That's a good one.
And there's Duke.
Kyrie.
Kyrie. Okay. Dave. Duke.
Duke. Oh, Zion Williamson.
There you go. All right. Let's get a little bit more difficult here. UCLA.
Oh,
Zay.
that's easy. I got somebody.
Russ.
Okay, Russ.
Kevin
Rico.
Love.
Kevin Love. Okay,
Damn,
Dave.
they stealing my players, man.
Dave, you ready? Let's go.
I don't think I know anybody from UCLA for real.
Yes, you do. 5. Just stay out of name, Dave.
UCLA. Hold on. I feel like I know somebody.
You
It's
do.
easy,
on
bro.
that team.
He did 2
It is. You overthinking.
Hey, bro, you saying too much.
It's
He
not
did.
James Harden. It's not him.
No, Dave.
I don't know
I'm
nobody
trying.
from UCLA.
Dave, you could have said Lonzo Ball.
Oh yeah,
Drew
man.
Holiday.
That's what I was thinking.
Kareem.
I'm not a big
Kareem.
college basketball guy.
All right. Well, Dave, you keep the counter there, or you fact check people there.
I got you.
All right, you guys ready for the next
Yeah.
college on the list?
Yeah.
Auburn University. This might have been a bad one.
But I don't know. They got too much NBA talent, though, man.
They had a few. Yeah. I go another school. What?
Oh, no, we here now.
Finesse.
Nah,
Alright,
go to
finesse.
school. He might like Auburn, so I mean, he went by default if he got the shirt on and he know it ain't an excuse to it.
I do another school though. I thought somebody was gonna get it. A few Auburn names though: Jabari Smith Jr.,
That's what
Sharif Cooper, Charles Barkley. All right, Michigan State.
Ooh.
Say
Draymond Green.
Draymond Green. All right, finesse Michigan State.
Oh, what's that
come on.
power forward? You got me.
You got a position. 'Cause I think I know who you're thinking of.
Man.
Zay, you want to let me give him a hit, or you want to take the dub, man? It's on you.
He got
He
this.
get a hint. He get a hint.
All right, hint.
He get a hint. He get a hint.
He went down.
Well, it might kind of go a little bit.
Yeah, he kind of laughed.
A defensive player of the year attended Michigan State University. Another one besides Draymond.
Hey, can I give him a hit, my boy? An easy one.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, go ahead.
Hey, if you this man, he beat something that nobody thought could be beat, man.
Oh, okay. That's a crazy hint, but I know who you're talking about.
Yo,
I ain't
That's a
lying. I think my
crazy
hint
hint.
might be a little better.
But you get the hint. It's not too much and it's not too little.
I feel like let's adjust the rules. Let's go 3 strikes then. I kind of want to keep this going. I want to say Jaren Jackson was who I was thinking of.
Man, I was thinking of Magic Johnson.
Oh yeah, dang, Max Johnson. All right, let's go one more for all the money, for all the marbles.
yeah, you got me right
If,
there.
let me get out of this. All right, North Carolina. That should be a layup.
Jordan.
All right, finesse.
But why my mind going blank? What?
He just blanked on NC.
Mm.
That ain't finesse. Well, Zay, you want to keep going or you want to stop? Huh?
Hey man, keep me
Jay
going right now.
Williams
I'm on a
go
hot streak. I want to get to a school that I don't know. Let me get something
Who?
else, man.
Jay Williams, did he go there? Or he went to Kansas?
Cool.
I believe that's Kansas, but Jay. I was thinking of. I was gonna say you could have said James Worthy or somebody. All right, two. You said another 2. Let's go Arizona.
Richard Jefferson.
Damn. Yeah. Okay. Finesse, you already out, bro. We're just gonna see how long he can go. Yeah. We're gonna see how long he can go.
I got one too.
Kansas. Yeah.
Hold up, dog. This one. Nah.
Did Andrew Wiggins go there?
Yes, he did. Villanova.
Jalen Brunson.
Okay. Georgia.
AE.
Arkansas.
Oof. I might be stumped. They had a top pick a couple years ago, but I ain't even gonna lie, my boy. They got.
You want to throw a guess?
Huh?
You want to throw a guess out?
Can I get a hint?
I mean, I don't like give you a hint without giving you.
They just came into that
I'll give you a hint.
so they got a bunch of new talent from Kentucky.
Man, it's a legend that went to Arkansas, man.
A legend?
Yeah.
Oh, so I might be stumped on this one.
Atlanta Hawks legend. Atlanta Hawks legend. I'll tell you that much. Joe Johnson, University of Arkansas.
I didn't even know that, bro. I didn't even know that, bro. I'm not gonna hold you.
Some current players: Jordan Walsh, Anthony Black.
Jordan Walsh was the ball dude. That's what I was trying to think of.
Yeah, the one Alabama.
The one I was gonna say is the one that played for OKC, Jalen Williams.
Yeah.
Oh, J-Lo went there too?
Not the All-Star one.
Not J-Lo, the other
other one.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey man, that's a pretty good thing. Everybody got to lock in though. We got to get back right with it.
Yeah,
but man,
I locked up on NC, man. Mm-mm.
I believe. Hey man, I definitely believe that we got to run this one back when Shern gives. So college football championship. I didn't. The game was a bit of a snore. Yeah, I'm kind of with whoever snored on that one.
That game was exactly what everybody expected it to be. Until the end, at least.
Yeah,
the game felt better feel a bit.
I mean, I think Ohio State slowed down. If they really wanted to put belt, they could have.
I agree.
They coming out averaging like 28 the first half. If they want to put belt to you, they can.
That's the thing. I feel like they did take out the brakes initially, but then I feel like when they tried to put the foot back on the gas, they couldn't. I feel like
but you remember when it came to all the marbles, they put the man coverage and your boy got cooked, and that was game.
Yeah.
He
That's
talked all that
game,
all week.
That's coaching, in my opinion.
You said what?
That's coaching.
But
I mean, it might be they still gonna put my best still gonna be against your best, even coaching or not.
You feel me?
Man, Jeremiah Smith cooked that man.
But he was
Jeremiah Smith might have
put that ball in the end zone.
Man.
So realistically though, I mean we kind of all expect Ohio State to win. So I do have a follow-up question. Yeah. How do y'all feel about the first season of the 12-team playoff?
I love it.
Yeah,
I did too.
I like it. It did show what can happen in like certain scenarios. Like it adjusted exacerbated all scenarios. I feel like so it showed us a lot.
I definitely think next year they're gonna fix the seed. I think the seeding was the only issue.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I feel like Oregon had a tough schedule for the number one seed.
Yeah, my only issue with the whole college football playoffs is teams getting in with a super high strength of schedule. That's my only concern.
What do you mean teams getting in with a super high strength
Like
schedule?
Like above 50.
Indiana. Yeah,
Well,
like
more like
Indiana
low-
had an
yeah,
81
low-
strength of schedule. Boise was like
So
in the
like, yeah,
70s.
low
Yeah,
strength
but
schedule.
Boise should be the one exception because I feel like we're gonna have a Boise every year because that's why they expanded to 12 teams. They're gonna give you a
Yeah.
group of 5 team every year. And
But
to be
nobody's
honest,
worried about the
Boise,
G5 team though.
huh?
Nobody's worried about a G5 team ever.
You don't have to be worried about them, but they're gonna put them in because not like I'm gonna be honest. You look at what you got. You got Ashton Genty on the big stage. He didn't just shit the bed. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
decent
So
team.
yeah, they're gonna keep doing it, and I kind of like it because it adds more parity. Because eventually we're gonna have a group of 5 team when it makes some noise in the playoff.
Hey, can I say a point though?
Go ahead.
My only point is, didn't he rush for barely 100 yards in that game?
Whoa, let's not do
He
that.
rushed for like
No. I'm gonna stand on it. If I stand correct, I'm gonna look it up right quick.
they're like 120 something total yards again.
I'm talking
Yeah,
about rushing.
But then
He
you gotta
rushed
realize
for
he
over
was stacking
100.
the box every time.
Yeah, they 9 stack. I'm gonna be honest. Ohio, there's no reason Penn State or Boise State should have lost that game.
30
that
carries
could,
for 104, averaging 3.5 a clip. That is nothing.
When there's 9 people in the box, you're not gonna
Yeah,
get
my
50
brother, that's
yards.
4 yards a carry.
Yeah, let's talk about how many broken tackles he had each play. Like,
But
Man, my thing
no.
is, I feel like this is me. I've always been this type of person, and y'all may think I'm crazy for saying this, but I'm gonna stand on it. I feel like he didn't go to the SEC to like dominate because he couldn't handle it. Because I'm not trying to be funny. Derrick Henry won it in the SEC. Mark Ingram won in the SEC. I feel like if you say you the best, then you go eat with the best D lines in the country and prove you the best because it's been proven that running backs can come from the SEC.
But
it's also been proven that the SEC will throw scholarships to big name backs and they be horrible. Just because you're a 5-star don't mean you're 5-star caliber. I'm an Auburn fan. We played against Bo Scarborough. He's somewhere flipping burgers right now. So just because you got that 5-star ranking don't mean it's your 5-star talent. We don't know what Genty was coming out of high school, but 100 and something yards.
I'm talking about the transfer portal.
But that just might not have been in his cards though, man. I'm gonna be honest. I'm a person that, and I don't know about y'all. I don't care about NIL. If this coach is willing to give me a chance, I'm gonna stick it out with this group of people. That's just me. That could have been how he was because when he played against another top, I would
want to take the challenge if I was me.
I mean, but you don't need to take the challenge. He's still probably gonna be the first running back off the board. He still averaged 3.5 yards a carry, which is good. I'm not understanding since when is 3.5 yards a carry bad? Come on, Zay. But Zay, I feel like go ahead.
Nah, I'm gonna get real technical with it right here, right? Let's go run by run.
Also, don't bring up Mark Ingram's Heisman season either, because that Heisman season was not very great. That Heisman season was not that good.
I'm just saying, I feel like didn't he have like 1 or 2 big runs that I feel kind of fluctuated the stats? That's my only point. He had 1 or 2 big runs that could really cover 40, 45 yards, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong.
I'm about to look it up right now.
I mean, is that not his job, though? You know, is that not his job?
Let's see. Here we go.
I understand competition level, but when you're going against one of the best front sevens in the country and they're stacking 9 in the box and you're still getting 3.5 yards a carry, is that not good to you?
I guess I just might kind of be like a Genty.
You're being very critical. Very critical.
I'm not a big fan of the guy. I'm not gonna lie.
Why though?
Because like when he was talking that mess about Heisman, I feel like he had no chance to win Heisman because in my opinion,
He should have.
he didn't play the same competition as everybody else. You can't have a G5 win the Heisman. I just don't believe in that. That's just
Has
me.
that ever happened in college football history?
I don't think it has.
Yes.
Who won it?
Who had the best? Everybody consider Barry Sanders the best Heisman season ever, right?
Pretty much.
He didn't go to like a powerhouse school. He went to Oklahoma State.
That is a powerhouse. They're G4.
It's not a powerhouse.
They were in the Pac-12,
They used
right?
to be good under Mike Gundy. Man, they just had a bad year
I'm
this
just saying
year. They
that's
had Jordan on the roster.
That's not a powerhouse though.
So what schools are we considering powerhouses? Like, what's the criteria to be a powerhouse?
To me, if you had any type of dominance run, like in the 90s or like early 2000s.
So a blue chip school, essentially. So like Bama, Georgia, them type schools.
OU, Oklahoma State. Like, it's a blue chip Midwest school. You know what I'm saying? If you're from the Midwest, OK State, one of them schools.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it depends on what you're viewing a big Power 5 though. Like, honestly, that's what it depends because, like for example, a lower level Power 5 school, Robert Griffin won it at Baylor. It's not a powerhouse football school.
It's still Power 5 though.
Well, they switched the rules now. It's 24.
Okay, Lamar won it, and that's not a powerhouse school.
Yeah, he went to Louisville.
But he's a P4. I'm saying they're P4. They're not G5.
But I'm just saying, like, I get what you're saying, but there's not powerhouse schools, if we're being honest.
I mean, Maryland and Big Ten, they're not a powerhouse.
That's what I'm saying. That's kind of how I look at it.
There's a lot of the Big
Oh,
Ten.
so the only person to ever win the Heisman Trophy in the Group of 5 conference is Roger Staubach, or however you say this guy's name.
But what was that, 19-something?
1963.
Mind you, Roger Staubach is an NFL Hall of Famer. Gold jacket. Let's not get it.
But that's one.
We also have some other guys who went to Group of 5 schools that were Heisman finalists that probably should have won them.
But didn't he go to Army or something?
He went to Navy.
That's my point. That doesn't count. Everybody knows there's a G5.
That's not a Power 5 school though.
But
that's a Group of 5.
That's one out of the rest of them though. To me, that's an anomaly.
But look at all the guys who had amazing season at Group of 5 schools. Paxton Lynch was a finalist from Northern Illinois who had a crazy season.
Yep.
I remember that.
I was gonna say Paxton Lynch had a crazy season. It's some other guys. Pat White had a crazy season. He was at West Virginia. He was a Heisman finalist before. That's not a crazy powerhouse school. I think I'm gonna be honest, and I hate to be that guy. We always talk about how another Heisman finalist that didn't win, LaDainian Tomlinson, was a finalist. TCU didn't win. So I feel like we keep on saying these great. The reason I feel like he should have won, we keep on saying, "Oh, he had a great season, great season, great season." I'm gonna be honest. If I know we saying SEC is the toughest conference or whatever, and I do agree with that because my favorite team is in the SEC, but it don't mean a hill of beans sometimes.
Whoa.
This is why I say that. How many of these guys really going to play on Sundays? Them guys on Sundays come from everywhere.
Nah.
We might have a few. We might have a few schools. Hey, we might have a few schools that got more than the rest. Yes, but people come from everywhere. If you got talent, they gonna find you.
I ain't gonna lie, especially at the running back. Well, there's a lot of high talent.
Yeah, if you got talent, they
rotate them a lot.
Actually, this class has a ton of good running backs this year. It's a very deep running back class.
Low key.
It's a very deep class in general.
So can I tell you something? In 2024, the SEC had 59 drafted. The next conference is the Pac-12 with 43, Big Ten with 42, ACC 41. That's a gap.
How many of these guys finna work out? You keep showing me numbers. Yes, are we going off quantity or quality?
I think if we go off quality, still be real with me. If we go SEC versus Big Ten NFL right now, right? Top 10. I'm going straight. I would go strictly Hall of Famer if we look at something like that. Because for every Power 5 Hall of Famer, you got an FCS Hall of Group of 5 guy. Name a Hall of Famer. In college?
NFL Hall of Fame, went to a Power 5 school.
Doug Williams at Grambling?
No, I'm saying Power 5, not G5. No, I'm saying like, for example, you just start naming people. Like, Troy Polamalu, Hall of Famer. He went to USC. But then you also got Deacon Jones, who went to, like, I think Texas State or something like that. That's what I'm saying. For every Shannon Sharp, Savannah State.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, though. So somebody who should be in that's not going to get in. Chad Johnson should be in, but he's not going to get in. He played majority of his college career at a freaking D2 school. That's what I'm saying. Talent comes from everywhere. So I can't say that this person deserves the Heisman over another. I feel like Travis Hunter won it because he was more popular. He might not have been the best college player, or he might have been good at both positions, but I don't think he had the best individual season. If you put with that, my thing is, okay, I understand you putting the seasons together, but we clearly just saw a running back season that we hadn't seen since when? We talk about Mr. Barry. Y'all know who Barry Sanders is. That's how I'm looking at it. Go ahead.
But see, I'm a battle on that point. For Dave, no. One, I'm a ride for Colorado. Trav should have won that off gate, no question. Number two,
I agree with that.
I am not a big fan. I still don't think he would have ran for that in a P4 conference, and I stand on it. So, like, he played inferior competition.
So what do you think you would have ran for? That's the question.
He would have ran for maybe 1,500 in the Big Ten or the SEC. Let me ask you another question. What other running back in the country, me and Dave was talking about this, was getting as many carries as him too? Remember, Dave, we had a conversation. He was averaging 28, 29 a game. Don't nobody get that many carries.
But he was the offense, though.
Yeah, he is the whole offense, but every other running back that I can think about, pretty much
15 to 18 carries in college a game. 15 to 18 because they rotate.
Yeah, look at
that's what I'm saying. But
Jenkins and Henderson.
But that's different because they pretty comfortable in skill though. Like they're not that far off.
I'll give you, like, at Georgia, we got Trav, and then we got Nate in the backfield. 1-2 punch.
It's a few guys that average over 20 carries a year this season, by the way.
Who was it?
Amarian Hampton might be one from UNC.
Oh yeah, no.
Taj Brooks from Texas Tech, Marquez Cooper from San Diego State. Cam Scatterboo averaged 3 carries a game.
3?
Y'all like him?
I'm not a Scat fan. I don't know.
53. That's insane.
23.
Oh, they said 53. I'm about to say he should have 10,000 yards.
53? Come on, that's crazy.
Dylan Sampson averaged 20 carries a game. UNC, Omarion Hampton, 24 carries a game.
But all these guys that you naming, they in Power 5 conferences.
Now, I'm not trying to be funny. If you drop on Marion Hampton, he could do the same thing Genty doing. Same body type.
From Boise?
Yeah, I feel like he can drop in Boise and run for $2 grand.
I don't think that's ridiculous to say. I mean, when you playing San Diego State, 2 times a year, you feel me? I can run 400 yards against them. Bro,
man, you look how big them are. He been running through there, bro.
All right. Not entertaining this no more. All right. So, we kind of killed our college talking time, but just question: do y'all think the Big Ten is the best conference? I still say no.
No. I think this past season, yeah, probably, but
I don't think they would have been.
Dave, you remember what we said, bro? Remember how the Big Ten, they got so many teams, it wasn't equal competition like the other conferences. Remember we talked about that?
How many teams are in the Big Ten?
I think it's like 20. 18, 19.
Yeah, but I mean the top team. I understand y'all saying certain teams going head to head against others, but they just brought a bunch of these teams in this year for the Big Ten. The SEC has had this dominant run the entire time.
Since the 2000s, probably before that, honestly.
Yeah, they didn't have a crazy playoff presence this year, and I mean that kind of is what it is. These teams beat the crap out of each other the entire year.
Yeah, they was beating
That's
each other.
the dog fight, man.
Literally, and we talked about this. Like every week, bro, you don't know what's gonna happen in the SEC.
Mm-hmm.
It was a Big Team losing every week.
Exactly. So I feel like the Big Ten. I feel like the Big Ten was a good conference, but I mean, y'all got a year. Like for example, the ACC has had some years. The Big Ten. They went back to back on titles, yes, but does that overrule the what? Didn't SEC win like what 13 out of 15 one time at one point in time?
Can I pose y'all a question though?
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Real stuff, man. Again, this is no bias, but I stand by this again. I went to the SEC championship game last year when Georgia played Bama, and I feel like we should have got that dub. I feel like if Georgia steps in that playoff, they beat the brakes off of everybody. They had a superior squad last year.
Oh, you talking last year? I mean,
you don't think that?
It is what it is. I mean, I'm not gonna say that, but I'm just saying it is what it is. I'm thinking you talking about this year.
Nah, this year, I mean, we still won the SEC, but to win the SEC with number one schedule in the nation, I'm cool with it. Even though we ain't beat Notre Dame, I'm cool with it. We went to a dog fight.
Y'all lost to the runner-up. You know that they can't be that.
We went to a dog fight, bro. Like we went to a dog fight.
No, I think it's that bad. I don't think the problem with that the SEC has is once you get so beat up, it's impossible for you to be healthy at the end.
Yeah, they be dog fights.
It's impossible to be healthy at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm an Auburn fan, and we snuck out there on Alabama a little bit during that game. Like it's impossible to be healthy through the entire season.
Hey, as an Auburn fan, what you think? I know maybe y'all talking. I ain't trying to go off topic. I'm just saying, what you think of the recruiting class y'all brought in this year with Deuce Knight and everybody?
I think this should be the first year of like we talked about giving coaches a chance. This is the first real season of I'm sorry, I'm so bad, man.
Hugh Freeze.
Yeah, Hugh Freeze. It's Hugh Freeze, right? Yeah. This is the first full season we had with Hugh Freeze. So I want to see what happens this season because it's literally his first full season. So I feel like this is the first season with his recruiting class.
That Texas A&M game was one of the craziest of the year last year, though, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were at that game.
For real?
Me and Rico went to that game.
That game was crazy, dog.
So yeah. So I don't think the Big Ten is the best conference because like we're liable to have some kind of thing. But before we move on, one improvement y'all want to see from the playoff. Quick hit or go.
The seeding for sure.
Yeah.
Like how they operate with the strength of schedule.
All both sides, no home games.
I don't know about that one. I love it. I love it.
And if you do that, there's no point of being a higher seed, though.
When cold weather, when hot weather.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. To me, you can't get rid of that. That defeats the purpose of being a higher seed.
Yeah. But for me, I'm gonna stick with what I said earlier with the strength of schedule thing.
Right.
I think seeding just matters a little bit more, man. I don't think I know you. I feel like if you're gonna have equal representation, that's cool. But make it one team from each conference, and then after that, you need to put the best in. That's my 2 cents on it. And I feel like everybody can agree with that, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with that.
I feel like if you win the Power 5 conference, okay, you get an automatic bid. But after that, hush up because I'm not finna see you put Indiana in here. I'm not finna see you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so I feel like that's the best way to do it. Because we were lined up at one point in time to have, a lot of teams in, like a lot of SEC teams and stuff like that. So that's how I feel about that, and I'm gonna leave it alone. Next thing on the board, NFL playoffs. Good God.
Crazy, man.
Shout out to the first. Let me get my games up. First, shout out to Washington. Washington just broke a streak. They were the last team in the NFC to win a playoff game since 1996. Now we have one team that has not won a playoff game since then, and that is the Dallas Cowboys. So yeah, shout out to Washington for doing that, man.
You know what's another crazy stuff that involves the Cowboys?
They're the only team in that division that hasn't been to an NFC Championship game since then.
Jaden Daniels also has more playoff wins than Dak Prescott.
OD.
I don't blame Dak for all of that.
That's funny. Yeah, I'm just
It is crazy.
So.
Yeah, I don't blame Dak for all of that too, though, because I feel like Dak did everything they asked of him.
Yeah, but as a QB, you know how it goes.
You're gonna get majority of the blame.
Yeah, he get the credit now, but he gonna get the blame too.
Oh, for sure.
He getting that blame
for sure. But first game, Commanders Lions. We had always talked about how the Lions were beat up a little bit, and I think that finally came back to bite them in the butt.
Yeah, all those injuries on defense added up, and it showed in that Commanders game.
But I think that also speaks to the preparedness that Washington had going into this game too.
They was extremely aggressive. They went for every fourth down too.
Yeah, and it feels like they really hit the Lions in the mouth, and I think the Lions had a good response and a good recovery. They just got outperformed, man.
Can I say something?
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah, go ahead.
I don't know if y'all peep. I think the triple option is so hard to stop. The fact, I don't know if y'all peep it, they won that 3 wide to the right side, one wide receiver on the left, and then B-Rod is right beside Daniels. You got to pull for the B-Rod dive or the Daniels pull, or he can throw the quick screen to Terry. That is hard to guard. You don't know what.
It is hard to guard, yes, but I feel like it also takes a certain type of quarterback to do that too. Everybody's not going to be able to do it.
Man, he's a generational talent. Like, that's the point. Like,
are we really throwing that word around already?
I think he has a case.
He can. Any rookie that goes to the NFC Championship is generational talent.
That's a bold team, y'all.
Because ESPN
let him.
Go ahead.
I think you should just let him rock for right now. Personally, like we want to throw around these generational talent words, man. The only one we realistically have seen so far is Patty. So I mean, I love the confidence, huh?
He got Brady's stamp of approval. Any QB that got a stamp of approval from Tom Brady as a rookie, he got my respect.
I mean, yeah, he has my respect, but I mean, let him because what's gonna happen is you're gonna have a sophomore slump. Yeah, you're gonna have a year 2 regression, and that's just how it is with quarterbacks. Because you caught everybody off guard this season. Now next season we're gonna know how to prepare for you. So let's not throw his legs from under him, but don't throw all that pressure because you gotta think about it. This team can only get better. They're extremely young, so they can only get better.
Well, I ain't gonna lie. Joe Burrow kind of kept it going.
Joe kept going from a statistical standpoint. I know football is a team game, but he's still sitting at the crib right now.
What you say, my boy? What did you just say?
I mean, I know it is a team game, but they still sitting at the crib right now.
No, I'm saying, what statement you make about Joe Burrow? Like, I ain't hear that.
Oh, he was saying Joe Burrow kept the consistency going, and I like that to an extent. Joe Burrow did keep the consistency going. Joe Burrow also came into a very creatively free situation. I think that's the only way I can put it. Look, man, he kept his number 1 target for 4 years, man.
Yeah.
Hey, you still got to perform at the end of the day. They made the Super Bowl with that terrible team.
I don't think that team was terrible. I'm saying that 1-2 punch is crazy.
Bro, they had Uber drivers and DoorDash delivery drivers for offensive linemen, bro. Come on.
I understand that, but if
get in the Super Bowl, bro.
Who do you trust more, Dave? You trust the quarterback that's been playing with the same wide receiver for 4 or 5 years? Is that not what you gonna trust the most? Look, I bet you Joe Burrow
on the team, bro. This 52.
I understand, but those are 2 of the most important positions, man. They had an advantage over some other teams, man. Chemistry isn't an advantage.
Like it's nothing, bro. Having an O-line means a lot.
I mean, and I'm gonna be real. That O-line is bad, yes, but you went up against Aaron Donald in the Super Bowl.
And Von Miller before he, started showing his age. But
yeah,
I'm just saying though, man, we can't.
People on that line was 10 up.
That's what I'm saying. So we can't just speak it in that term. But I get what you're saying. But kind of stand back at the game at hand. How do y'all feel about Washington? I think that's what we all want to win is Washington.
Yeah, but realistically, it ain't gonna happen.
I mean, I don't know. I said that But the Eagles, one thing the Eagles have had is the defense playing good. But I'm gonna pass to Finesse. Go ahead.
It's like I want to say, like, yeah, the Eagles gonna go ahead and build the, you know what I'm saying? But I said that against the Lions. You know, even though the Lions were banged up, I give you that. But I can't just count.
They still should have handled business.
Yeah.
Even if they would be all right.
Game this year, I felt like Dan Campbell slightly got out coached. I'm just be honest.
I mean, that's not a.
That man lagging.
Yeah, you froze up.
I am.
No, man froze. Oh man, give it a second.
Am I still froze?
I can hear you.
No, you good now.
I was gonna say that's not a crazy thing to say that he got out coached though. That's not a crazy thing to say.
Oh, not at all. Not at all.
Not at all. But honestly, the only reason why I'm down the Eagles is because of one man only, and I think y'all know who I'm talking about.
I'm willing to agree with
Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts isn't. I don't think he's horrible. I think some of these conversations we put him in, he shouldn't be putting these conversations.
He's extremely overrated. People say he's a top 5 quarterback. Honestly, I don't think he's anywhere near a top 5 quarterback.
Oh no!
I mean, now some of the things I'm gonna play. I don't think he's top 5, but I gotta play devil's advocate. He has been to a Super Bowl. He did perform well in the Super Bowl. He outperformed Mahomes in that Super Bowl. They just lost.
Hey, Mahomes got
he hasn't been. I mean, yeah, you're right. He hasn't been playing well as of recent. I've been very critical of him too. But at some point, I mean, the only thing I will say, I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt on the offensive coordinator situation because they keep having to get new OCs. Mm-hmm. But Zay, how you feel about Jalen Hurts?
Oh, he's trash. Yeah, I don't like that guy. I think hey man, you call me a hater, man. Y'all remember that picture he had this NFL season? We showed him in that outfit and everybody's going crazy, bro. I don't like that guy, man. Get that guy off my screen. And he's a pretty boy. You don't like to take hits, man. Like, not trying to be funny. I looked at it in depth. Both situations he was in was built around him. Alabama, he had what he needed. Oklahoma, he had what he needed.
That Alabama team don't build around him, man. This is still the run first Alabama.
What I'm saying is he has talent around him whenever he goes. He steps into situations that are beneficial to him.
I mean, yeah, but
his team better. Who has he made better? He ain't made nobody better in Philly.
Well, to be fair though, when he first got to Philly, that Philly team wasn't built yet. That Philly team was still work in progress.
I think Devontae Smith looks good, man. I mean, Devontae Smith is the Smith. Come on. Don't be like that.
I remember they had a Super Bowl.
Hold on.
I know we breaking down why he gets that. I know we breaking down a lot on Jalen Hurts. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
So
I'm kind of.
He's gonna come a game where he want to win, like by the QB.
Yeah, it's gonna come down to him. Yeah, one game. Yeah. We gonna see.
I'm kind of with y'all. I don't want to watch Jalen Hurts only throw for 120 yards. But my dad brought up a pretty decent point. They're winning, so they're not. Of course, we're not gonna get no complaints. They're winning.
When you winning and you on the verge of making a Super Bowl, nobody's gonna complain.
Yeah,
exactly.
Until they lose, then that's when all the complaints come.
Now, when they lose, London Bridge might go fall.
Yeah.
What did Jalen Hurts do? Let's go look at him. What did he do?
If and I feel like we've seen Saquon get, but that defense was able to get him out of it. In that Packers game, Saquon didn't just have the craziest rushing game. Jordan Love tapped into the wrong Packers quarterback, but you know what I'm saying? That defense, like Brett Favre. And you know Brett Favre threw 6 picks in the back.
Yeah, I was just watching the video about that.
But yeah, so I mean, you know, and that defense had them shook up. So I mean, if that defense,
just quick point. You said the Eagles weren't good when they drafted Hurts, but then
I didn't say not good.
What'd you say?
I said not.
You said not You said
like not ready to
how are you not built if you made the playoffs the year you drafted him? How are you not built?
Making playoffs don't mean anything. I've seen a lot of the bad teams scooting to the playoffs. Hashtag the Steelers.
But come on,
like the Steelers do it every year. They're not good.
But rebuttaling that though, we did see people say that that Carson Wentz led team wasn't the team we thought it was from the outside looking in. I've heard that from multiple accounts about how he was hard to play with. Wasn't the guy that they thought he was going to end up being. Was not a leader at all, and had just completely lost the locker room.
Well, I mean, not trying to be funny, I think Carson Wentz caught a bad break the year. Once he lost that Super Bowl, got hurt out there in LA, he was never going to be in Philly much longer.
I think he would, but it's the thing though. I think he would have been in Philly much longer if he had just treated it with the proper way we feel that you should treat it. You know what I'm saying? I guess my thing is you can't come into the locker room like you own it before you own it.
So like Russ did in Denver a little bit. You can't do that.
Yeah, you got to come in and show it the proper respect.
Okay, for sure.
Got you on that.
That's kind of how I feel about it. I feel like you got to show it the proper respect. But yes, I do think that. But let's kind of finish these game breakdowns real quick because I do want to talk to y'all a little bit about the upcoming weeks. Mahomes Magic or Voodoo Sorcerer?
Voodoo.
Magic. Can we go a little bit of both?
I'm gonna be honest, man. I've been saying this all season.
It's a little bit of both.
I told y'all the Chiefs were the only team I felt that was prepared for this level of play that came for it.
Explain that to me.
And what I mean by that is, everybody look at how the Chiefs. Hello?
Listening to
yeah.
Oh, there you go.
There we go.
Everybody talks Chiefs have those games all year, yes. But in the playoffs, you don't have. I'm gonna be honest, that Detroit have good Hall of Fame level coaches allow football up. That's just an anomaly. Being real. When you got a coach like Andy Reid, his coach down the stretch games. I look at, for example, I looked at that week one, like was that early in the season game where they played the Ravens, and was it Zay Flowers had his foot out of bounds on the catch?
Oh,
likely.
Isaiah Likely. If that's week 8 or week 9 where you're mid-season form, that doesn't happen. Correct or incorrect?
I mean, I feel like it's hard to say because
it's hard to say.
It's hard to say. Yeah.
Like they can have it any game.
But when you're in mid-season form, you're more prepared for stuff like that. You're on point the whole time versus the beginning of the season.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like, I feel like the Chiefs were the only team that have had a somewhat playoff mentality the entire time. I don't care about ref this, ref that, because we can complain all day. There's nothing we can do about it. Somebody just has to beat them. And the Bills,
some of those penalties them refs be throwing is crazy.
Some of them are crazy. Yes. Yeah, we've all. But I've seen bad calls in every game this year. I'm not playing devil's advocate for the Chiefs. But we all watched that. But we talk about refs. We all watched that game where Sam Darnold got his head turned backwards and was not a call.
Yeah, then even the Rams player who hit him late, he was like, "Oh, you didn't call a flag on me?" Like, you feel?
So that's what I'm saying.
It's just, he was already like.
But I think the problem with it that a lot of people have is that it's usually the Chiefs that that are in these kind of situations. There's like, okay, there's always a question to call in every Chiefs game or majority.
But they've been in these close games all season, and I don't know. I feel like it speaks volume towards Andy Reid. Andy Reid's a smart guy. One of the top 5 most winningest coaches of all time. I feel like he's just prepared this team to play in these type of situations. That's why I feel like the Chiefs have been the one team that's been prepared for this the whole season. Like CJ Stroud got 3 last week.
Hey, we gotta keep it.
I think he got like 2 or 3 possessions.
Some of the teams
and
they just tossed the bag though. Like the Broncos game, they tossed the bag.
That game was crazy.
That Raiders game, they tossed the bag. Man, come on. But yeah, I see what the Chiefs though. Like they about their playoff mentality.
Yeah, they've been playing close games all year. So I mean, if we're gonna keep playing close games, then hey, it is what it is. That's what I'm saying. I guess exactly. My thing is, we can't look and feel some type of way when they're in these situations in the playoffs when it's what they've been prepared for all year. Everybody said Travis Kelce been washed all season. He had a buck 17 against a really good Houston defense.
Yeah, he did what
That's
he
what I
needed to
mean.
do, but
That's what I mean. Like, bro, I hate it because you don't want to see the same teams win back to back to back. But I mean, no one's preparing like them, and that's kind of what I mean.
Yeah,
they kind of got that been there, done that mentality.
Yeah, and I don't think I'm right. By no means could I be completely right, but that's just kind of what it looks like to me. To me, it looks like the Chiefs are in the. It looks like every playoff game is the element the Chiefs want to be in.
facts.
Pretty much. It always look like they kind of dictate their own terms, And I feel like that's all you can ask for in the team. And
I've never seen a game where Patrick Mahomes was comfortable.
Say it again.
But yeah, I've never seen a game, especially this season, where Patrick Mahomes was visibly uncomfortable.
But that's the point. If he's
I don't think he's uncomfortable at Bills game.
Hold on. You said you've never seen him uncomfortable all year?
Yeah, it don't seem like he was just physically uncomfortable in many games this year.
Oh yeah, it was.
I can name one.
Most of the time, he just boys for real.
Y'all might be something.
Yeah,
because they won the game. That Panthers game, he did not look comfortable at all.
He did look a little.
He looked rattled,
bro. We talked about that Panthers game though. I don't know if y'all remember. We all said that if they didn't lose before, they were gonna lose to the Panthers.
We definitely said either the Bills or the Panthers.
I felt like the Panthers gave them their best shot. The Chiefs are like the Lakers. Any team that plays them wants to beat them.
It's not even that though. I feel like the Panthers was finally catching a rhythm. Two, they had a lot to prove, bro. The Panthers had a lot to prove. I think then they had just got back to letting Bryce Young start again. He was finally looking pretty good. I just felt like they played with so much that they had to prove. And it never fails. Every year that we have these defeated teams, it's a bad team that beats them.
Yeah.
Happened to the Panthers in that 15-1 year they had. Happened to the Packers. The Packers, we lost to the Panthers. No, we lost to the Falcons. It was the Falcons or the Panthers. But that's all I mean. Y'all, go ahead. What y'all think about the Chiefs in that Chiefs Texas situation?
I mean, the win was expected, but like I do think that the Chiefs did not win as convincingly as I expect them to. So I don't know. If I'm the Chiefs fan, I'm not hanging my hat on them like, oh, we ain't got nothing to worry about. You know what I'm saying?
It's not a crazy
win. The Bills, I ain't gonna lie, the Bills hit them in their mouth. I would just be honest. I think they're better than the Texans. So they have a whole different monster to worry about.
But I don't know, man. Dave, y'all go ahead before I rebuttal the finesse.
So y'all already know what I'm gonna say.
I know.
So yeah, go ahead.
I got the Bills next week. I feel like we can get them.
No, still on Texas. Still on Texas. Not yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you. Like, if I'm a Chiefs fan, I'm not blown away by that win. It wasn't nothing spectacular. The Chiefs walked in, did what they needed to do, and that was it. I just feel like they could have won by a wider margin.
Yeah, he's like more convincing.
Yeah.
You thinking the same thing, Zay?
For sure. I'm gonna say this is my only thing, and I say this hurt Detroit too, man. Rhythm is a real thing. Anytime you have a bye week, it can show. Because not trying to be funny, I feel like, man, if Detroit hadn't had a bye week, they would have still been rolling.
Okay.
I agree with that.
One thing I will say, and then we can move on from this whenever y'all ready. I think the Chiefs look absolutely dominant from a standpoint of. Yes, I can hear you. The Chiefs look dominant from a standpoint of. Do you see the Chiefs front seven that entire game? They beat CJ Stroud and that front seven. To me, that showed more than anything else because it showed you that hey, we gonna touch you, Pauls, however we need to.
We gonna get that pressure.
Yeah,
exactly. Like man, I watched 4 straight plays of them blitzing, and the blitz came from 4 different spots.
At all.
You can't hear us?
You can't hear?
He
Law
might
got to
have
reload.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the chat. Probably have to just
Yeah,
leave
he
it
may
right
have
there.
to.
Yeah, he may have to.
Yeah, but that's the one thing that I took away from this game is seeing how great that defense looked. Because man, it looked like Andy Reid knew how to dial up the pressure, and it to me it looked like they could touch C.J. Stroud anytime they wanted to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. They was getting a lot of pressure every single time, whenever they wanted to. Essentially,
Yeah, Zay, can you hear us now? We can hear you the whole time, but you probably stopped for us.
Oh yeah, I'm back now.
Go ahead, finish what you were saying though.
I was saying like man, the bye weeks in the NFL can be a bad thing, man, because the Lions, they not gonna lie, they didn't look like the Lions to me for real. Like another thing, Mahomes wasn't informed for real. Like not trying to be funny, I don't even think D-Hop had a catch. Hollywood Brown didn't even have a catch. It was really Travis 7 catches and Xavier's 4 catches that really led the way. And Pacheco really had a good day on the ground for real. It wasn't nothing spectacular. They just really held the ball and played pretty good defense on him for real. They had 9 sacks or 8 for like minus 92 yards or whatever. So he really didn't need to do much Saturday.
Yep, and we were just talking that front seven how I watched 4 straight plays in the fourth quarter, where Andy Reid blitzed 4 straight times and sent the pressure from a different spot every time. It just looked like they schemed perfectly. That's kind of how I feel about this game. It like they just schemed it to perfection.
Hey, you kind of just described what Washington was doing too on defense, though. I gotta give them credit. They was getting pressure from every angle.
Jared Goff looked a little shaken up, especially after that big hit he took.
Hey, can I ask y'all a question?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, then we're gonna move to Sunday.
Dave, you remember that point we made Saturday, man? Golf costed it that game. If he doesn't turn the ball over, I think they can win with Montgomery and Gibbs.
1,000%. Also, not even just
they were playing from behind.
Golf. All those picks. I think another play that really messed up the Lions was the J-Mo pick. He could have just thrown that ball away.
My thing with that, we're down 10. Go get 7 points. Tell your defense to give up 3 or stop, and you're still in it. You don't need to do that right there.
Yeah, that was
bad. That was mismanagement at the end of the game. But moving on to the Sunday games, the Rams and Eagles. All I will say, Eagles defense is legit. The Rams are one of the better looking offensive teams going into all of this, and the Eagles defense bend but did not break. So I'm interested to see how that Eagles defense does against the Commanders offense. We know the Commanders offense is their strongest point right now, 1,000%.
Oh yeah, no,
and the Eagles defense is their strongest point. Let's see who can meet in the middle somewhere. Exactly. I look to see Jaden Daniel have a big game, and I'm gonna be honest. I think that this is the week that we either see a Hurts masterclass or a Hurts failure. There's no in between here. He has to do better than 120 yards for them to win this game.
If we being real, bro, has anybody looked at the weather for Philly on Sunday? That's the first thing. Is it clear?
I have no clue. It's too far ahead, brother. I can't trust the other man day to day.
Real windy. I can check real quick.
Let me see. Philadelphia.
But even if it's real windy, like we're talking about that triple option, those RPOs.
Well, I mean,
that quick stuff is what's gonna get them, and they're not gonna have a crazy weather advantage. Washington playing the cold too.
Yeah, they play in the same region.
I think the Eagles. I think their corners can do a better job than Detroit, and that's another thing people not realizing. They have a whole different set of corners than Detroit does.
And Detroit, I ain't gonna lie, Detroit split one of the most penalized DB group.
Terrion Arnold got like 1,000 holding calls.
They flag him like every game.
The thing about that though, y'all, it's almost from the standpoint of like, we talk about this DB group is better than that one, but can the offense keep the defense off the field long enough to hold it together? Mm-hmm. That's what it's gonna come down to.
No problem.
I mean, but we said that, but we watched the Packers game. They gave the Packers the ball 6 times in the fourth quarter.
But sometimes the defense is good.
But when your defense stopping them like that, Jordan Love out there looking like a deer in headlights, just send him back out.
But the defense to me wasn't completely stopping it versus how he was horrible offense more than because like for example we had I'm not trying to keep going backwards, but that's all it is. Can the offense keep the defense off the field long enough? when you run into a team that could potentially slow, you don't have to stop Saquon. You try to slow them down, make them have to rely on Jalen and some other than the two.
Man, touch for
They,
Merchant.
they got the biggest offensive line in the league, dog. Ain't nobody stopping them.
Or
I mean, but we see slow down. That's all I'm saying.
You said
Let's
what?
just see what happens. We've seen them get slowed down.
When? What? 2-3 games?
That first week of the playoffs. We saw it. Saquon didn't go for 200. He went for like 120, and like 20 of that was passing. That's like 100 yards.
Hey, man, anytime an RB goes over 100 in NFL, that is a great day.
I was just gonna say, don't you saw that when we just told you that a second ago about somebody else?
What?
About what's it called?
Mm-hmm. We just told you about Jesse getting over 100, but it was a bad game.
Right.
But which is it, man?
that was the playoffs.
No.
All right,
All
it's all right. We're gonna move on because I want to talk. I want to go a little bit in depth about this Ravens game.
Respect.
I just said,
You might have to put a block on
can't
that
move the
one,
ball, man. Ravens Bills, man.
I'll move it. Situations matter.
Ravens Bills. Start off.
2 minutes.
I got a wreck towards the end.
You pay twice for a turnover, but you pay double in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
I still
They
think
had way too many turnovers. Hey, you know what we did that the Ravens didn't? We didn't turn the ball over. That's their fault. They didn't come to play.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm one of these guys. To me, for Lamar to start on like the 8-yard line, draw them boys down, and if Mark Andrews was covered, I would give him some slack, fam. But nobody
He was
around.
wide open.
Dave, you could
Wide
have caught
open.
that, bro. Like not trying to be
Yeah,
funny.
I could have caught that. Facts. I would have when you know what I'm saying, went in for 2. But I mean, I think in the beginning, Lamar was frustrated, like he said himself. You know, he gets overwhelmed, or not overwhelmed, excited very easily in the playoffs. And you could tell when he threw that pick, and then right after that he fumbled. You could tell he was, going through it.
So you think Lamar gets in the playoffs and gets just like antsy for real, seeing ghosts?
Yeah, 100%.
That's everybody though.
They had a
That's
2-point
literally
conversion.
everybody.
The drive
Everybody
before that.
handles pressure differently.
Because Josh Allen had 127 passing yards. It's not even a Josh Allen type of thing.
Yeah, like normally we used to him throwing it in the air, but when your run game is doing that well, keep it on the ground. There's no reason to throw it.
Y'all only rushed for 102 yards?
More than that. Look.
No, y'all rushed for 102 yards.
Hey, well, we did enough to win the game.
147.
I mean, when you get the ball back,
But in my opinion, though,
And we're getting the ball back in good spots too. It was a short field.
in my opinion, though, Lamar did the right thing coming to his teammates' aid.
Mm-hmm.
But in my opinion, Mark Andrews, you still have to come up in those situations, man.
Yeah, Mark Andrews is the veteran tight end. He's been Baltimore's top target for 10 years now. You catch that ball. Like, come on, man.
But to me, like you did too much towards the end. In the beginning, you remember he had that play where he fumbled it, and he could have just went down.
That play, he literally he could have ran another 5 yards because we had a safety deep. He could have got another 5 yards. He chose to go backwards into 2 people and fumbled.
So yeah, man. So I'm not gonna completely blame Mark Andrews, but in my opinion, in those situations, you have to make big plays. You have to make a play. It's like Lamar. Mm-hmm. You have to be there to help him out. You know what I'm saying?
1,000%.
I ain't gonna lie.
You gotta make the job easier for your QB.
I feel like Mark Andrews in his own head.
That might be the case.
But I will say one thing. He does have a medical condition that they check every time he comes off the field. So
yeah, does he have like diabetes, type 1 diabetes?
Yeah, like you're not trying to be funny. We don't know what was going on the sideline right there. It could have been something. He was not 100%. You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason why I think that, because he got something medical. But, at the end of the day, all people care about is the game. They don't really care about his personal life.
For sure.
Yeah, and I hate to be that guy, but I'm that guy. I understand that. If you're not 100%, bro, you need to go sit down.
Don't play it. Yeah, just don't play it.
So let me ask y'all a question. If that's likely, does likely drop that ball?
No, he catches that 100%.
I don't think he drops it. I think the other 8 times out of 10, Mark Andrews catches it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there's just the one of the 2 times where he doesn't catch it.
And the crazy part was the Ravens run that 2-point play all year.
Every time, that's literally their 2-point conversion play, and it works all the time.
Now, do you all feel like earlier in the game when they went for two that one time they should have took the field goal?
Yes,
And then
yes. Because it could have been easy overtime right there.
They only lost
so
about
it's a
two.
lot they go into. That's why they missed a two-point conversion earlier, but they had hit it and knew they would get the ball back and score like that. They could have whatever. But to me, this game doesn't fall exactly. This game doesn't fall. I say, oh, this means Lamar's not this or that. I mean, everybody wants to throw. He goes out the window when the playoffs start. All pro goes out the window when the playoffs start. Like, yes, you are the MVP. But y'all hear what I'm saying? No, like all those awards go out the window when the playoffs start. Because we've seen Nick Foles have a Cinderella Super Bowl run.
Crazy.
So all of those awards, so everyone's trying to bring up legacies in this conversation, all that goes out the window at this point.
Yeah.
Because guess what? All these three quarterbacks we comparing, ain't none of them beat Patrick Mahomes and won the Super Bowl afterwards. So that's why I'm feeling like the all-time discussion right now is irrelevant. With the Burrow, Allen.
I thought you can't really judge them until they retire or they're in the last year or two of their career.
You can judge them once they've all reached the same heights, but until they reach that height, this is still Patrick Mahomes.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. He runs the AFC. Joe Burrow made the Super Bowl. He lost. Allen ain't been to a Super Bowl. Lamar ain't been to the Super Bowl.
I mean, but you said the same height though. I mean, if Patrick win this year, he would have a 3.
It might be over.
That mean
but that's what I'm saying though. We could throw him in these conversations. I can't throw you in ring talks when you ain't been to the situation to kick him. Okay. Like Phillip Rivers is a crazy great statistical quarterback, but I can't throw him in the comp. His stats are a little bit below somebody like a Drew Brees, but I can't throw him in Drew Brees talks because Drew Brees got a ring.
Yeah, and Phillip Rivers has 0.
Exactly. Phillip Rivers had the best offense dang near of all time and didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah, I think they had the number one ranked offense and the number one ranked defense and didn't make the playoffs or something like that.
They had number one offense, they just had a bad defense and didn't make the playoffs.
Sound like Joe Burrow.
I was about to say that sound like an offense from this year.
Yeah, it sound like Joe Burrow. It sound like the Bengals.
And they had sack lead, I believe.
Yeah, they did.
Exactly.
They had the Triple Crown winner, passing leader touchdown, and the sack leader.
Yeah, these games up this week. Washington Eagles. Let me know what y'all think real quick.
Eagles by 14.
That's a bold prediction.
They lost that game on a heartbreak. They coming for Bill.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Dave, what you think? Eagles, Commanders.
Honestly, I feel like this game can go either way. Like we were saying earlier, I feel like the outcome of this game is going to depend a lot on Jalen Hurts. I feel like he's either going to have a masterclass or a disaster, which I'm leaning towards disaster because I don't like Jalen Hurts. But you know what? Just for that, I'm going Commanders by 7.
Rico, I would like it to be known that last week me and you both said that the Bills and Ravens game was going to be decided by 3 points or less. I said 24-27 for the score, and you said something similar to that with me last week. So it looked like if me and you on the same page, we might be able to go back to back on score predictions.
I think off the experience alone, I might just have to go Eagles. Because it's like, do I feel like the Commanders have the better quarterback? Yeah, I do. I really do. But I don't know. I don't know if that's enough.
I think we're due for either a Jalen Hurts masterclass or Jaden Daniels flopping. So let's go. I gotta play devil's advocate though. I say Commanders by 3. Now, game that we've all pretty much been waiting for.
Super Bowl.
Bills Chiefs. This is not the Super Bowl. I'm sorry. The Super Bowl is always a pretty decent game, sir. Dave, you the Bills fan, so go ahead, kick us off. You the Bills.
I mean, y'all know what I'm gonna say. People been down the Bills all playoffs. I was even down this before the season started. We lost a lot of pieces our defense
I
honestly is
remember
not
that.
that good.
I remember
You know,
that.
this is supposed to be a
They
down year
was
for the
good.
Bills. You feel me? And you know, we've surpassed every expectation. So I think we got to keep it rolling. I think there's only one man that can stop the Bills at this point, and that man is Joe Brady, our offensive coordinator. I don't think he's that good, but I got the Bills winning by 3.
It's 2 men that stop y'all. Their name is Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid.
I
Y'all
ain't,
ain't
I ain't
gonna
worried
get
about that down with Magic,
Man,
man.
it's 3 and Josh Allen.
Look, we beat
Super.
them
I'm gonna
once
be
this
honest,
year. We're
man.
gonna do it twice.
Y'all beat them at home in y'all house. Y'all ain't beat them in Arrowhead.
Man, I think we could beat them at Arrowhead. Y'all know more than
I
Y'all
think.
had him in Buffalo last year.
we had them. Yeah.
I think the hardest thing about this game is gonna come down to the point of when the fourth quarter gets here. That's what I need to see. You're not getting that many possessions in the fourth like you got against. You're not getting good. You're not getting possessions in field position against the Chiefs in the fourth quarter.
Mm.
So that's what I'm ready to see. I got Chiefs, and I think this may be the one game that the Chiefs try to turn it up. So I take Chiefs by 7.
Okay.
But see, my thing is, I'm not worried about how Josh Allen gonna play. I'm more worried about everybody else. You know, like are we gonna have a situation like when they played against the Rams, like and they trying to fight back the whole game? You know, I don't know. You get me? I think I might have to go to Chiefs on the flip side by 3.
Zay,
I'm kind of leaning, man. Every time I watch a Chiefs game, they win by 3, man, on the last second Butker field goal, man. So I'm gonna take the old North. We gonna walk off into the Super Bowl. I'm gonna call it right now, probably about a 52-yarder to go to the Super Bowl. Dave's gonna be
That shit
mad
real
next show.
precise.
Yeah, but hey, man, you just can't beat that dark magic and my homeboy, man. Yeah, I said Taylor Swift magic. My fault. The Taylor Swift magic. That's the thing that's keeping them alive.
we just need to start acting like they weren't balling before Taylor Swift came to the picture. Come on, guys. Andy Reid is the GOAT coach of our generation.
But I need to let some be known though. I would like to see the Bills in the Super Bowl. I'm not gonna lie.
Me too.
I'm gonna
I
just
don't
be
know if I
honest.
want to.
I
I
don't
would
want
like
to.
to see that. I'm not gonna lie.
The reason I say I don't want to is because we're all talking about how much of a carry job Josh Allen has had to do. Remember the last time we had a carry job quarterback in the Super Bowl? His name was Cam Newton. And he fell apart right at the end. What I don't want to happen is Josh Allen wheels fall off at the biggest moment, and he may not be able to get back. And now you're criticizing him by this one failure for the rest of forever.
Can I ask you a question? Do y'all not think the Eagles D line will kill him?
Who, Josh Allen?
That's what I said. That's why I said, like, bro, do y'all not see?
Grown man.
Could y'all not see this shaping out? How that Denver Super Bowl went?
In Carolina?
That Denver Carolina Super Bowl
kills him.
Yeah.
Killed Cam, and Cam was beat up like crazy, man.
He got hurt that game too.
He did.
But
People talking why he didn't hop on the fumble. I'm thinking his back was. I didn't hop on the dang fumble.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, good talks about playoffs, man. Into the last thing of the current viewership and state of the NBA. Why do we think the NBA viewership has decreased? I can give you 2 to 3 big reasons off the top of my head, and it has nothing to do with All-Star Weekend. It has nothing to do with goal management, and it has nothing to do with the reason how the game is rough.
You kind of
the 3 issues with the NBA. Huh?
You breaking up a little bit.
Am I good now?
Yeah.
Yo, I'm gonna cut you off, my boy, but I my boy. Appreciate y'all boys having me on.
Oh man.
Joining y'all boys on Friday, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I'll be back Friday. Y'all boys be safe.
All right, my bro.
My bands, man. I gotta give you a clap up, man. I'm still shopping. I just.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
Am I good now?
Yeah,
Amazing first show by Zay. Hold on.
Hello?
Yeah.
There we go. Amazing first show by Zay. We appreciate him for coming through, man. Hey, he did his thing, especially with the ball knowledge. We thank him for coming on. And he will be back with us Friday, y'all. So don't think y'all got rid of him that quick. He definitely coming back with us to finish our pre-draft stuff. But Dave, I think my biggest issues with NBA and their viewership right now, fam. I think that one, their games aren't affordable anymore.
That's my point.
one.
It's too difficult to watch the games now. Every game's not on cable. League Pass don't work because you have these stupid blackouts. Like I live in North Carolina, and when I had League Pass, I couldn't even watch the Hornets game, and the Hornets Stadium is down the street from you. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say those are my two biggest problems. I think it starts at an ownership level. The one owner to me who's doing it somewhat right, Steve Ballmer, the Clippers GM.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the one
don't have to
GM
deal with like cable or something like that to show all the Clippers games.
It's not that Steve Ballmer. He's giving if you're a Clippers fan, he's giving you exclusive deals. He's giving you distant tickets. He got a whole student section of tickets. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So those are his problems with the NBA, like me and Dave said, the way they do that nationally and do that games on TV. I think they tried too late to hang on to that magic we have with Brian, rather than showcasing your other stars. Perfect example. Yeah. He had a stretch where he was averaging like 35 a game and had no national game.
You breaking up again.
But I watched the random Suns game where Luka didn't end up when D-Book was still out and Bradley Beal had went to the bench.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that starts with the commissioner.
Yeah.
Do you think they should have a flex TV schedule rather than just a set national TV schedule?
Just like the NFL is 1,000%. How they flex games, they should do the same thing.
Yeah, and I feel like the NFL didn't have the NFL recognized, and that's so sad that they let Roger Goodell recognize something. The most behind man in all sports ownership, and who's actively hated by everybody in his own sport. They let him come out and do by flexing the games. Yes, certain games like the league games are gonna be at a set time, and the thing gonna be at a set time. But he will flex those NFL Sunday games in a heartbeat.
Mm-hmm. I think the NFL overall is a better managed league than the NBA.
Yeah, sure. And I see what Shern said. They do flex games in the NBA. It's just not as often as the NFL. No, Shern. The biggest problem is, bro, we get the schedule of nationally televised games. So in the case that you get a situation like Wemby where he's going crazy, they're not going to switch the nationally televised games.
Yeah, exactly. Like you have a 7'4" player who can dribble the ball up the court, who can do anything, shoot 3-pointers, he can dunk. Why is he not on national TV? That's something you need to be marketing. That's something you're not going to find in other sports.
And I think it was so easy to find our next star because the NBA hadn't had to find a star in probably 60 years dang near.
Yeah, there's stars all the time.
The thing they hadn't had to make an American star.
Yeah, all stars recently have been European. Yeah,
for example, Kareem was the star of the 70s. You had Bird and Magic towards the end of the 70s to push on into at first you had Bill Russell. Then you were able to move seamlessly into a Kareem style era. Then you move seamlessly from a Kareem to a Magic Bird, from Magic Bird to Michael Jordan to the prime of like you had Kobe, you had Shaq, you had AI. Then you were able to seamlessly move from that to Curry, Bron, and KD. And now it's not a seamless transition. Everybody's confused.
Yeah,
like them whole different types of people.
What you think, man?
I mean, I just think that the people you just named were like they were just on a different level. like mentally too. Like you naming some all time legends like away from the court too. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like it separates a lot of people.
Oh yeah, 100%. I agree with that.
Yeah, I feel like they're so worried about a certain image that they're not like literally. You try your hardest not to market people like Ant because he's so wrong. And Jason Tatum's not going to want to be marketed because he's not a spotlight type of guy. That's just him. But guys who mind being a spotlight, you don't want to market them because you're scared. And then you got a guy like Wemby who's just Wemby. You know what I'm saying? So it's so much that I feel is wrong.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like they can just do a lot of things better. Like with the League Pass app. League Pass is already expensive as it is. You should be able to watch every single game with League Pass without a problem.
Oh, I know one thing. They need to do a better job of marketing their better teams too. Being able to showcase them. Like, and I'm an OKC fan. They don't put OKC on TV as much as they need to at all.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, even if I didn't go for OKC, I would say the same thing.
You can say the same thing for the Cavs too. That's another great team that you rarely see on TV.
Yeah, that's kind of wild.
Yeah, and that's just kind of crazy, man. It's like they just don't want. They don't. To me, they don't want to push these new stars. They're gonna hold on to the old until they can't anymore.
Yeah, like or hold on to organizations that that's been around. Like they don't have to really be good necessarily to be relevant. Like the Lakers. The Lakers, even when they're bad, they're still relevant. You feel me?
Yeah. I feel like that speaks to sports media in kind of in an irritating spot. Like sports media to me is in such a bad right now because there's no reason people. ESPN used to be the spot for everything.
Yeah.
When you putting people like Acto on TV screen, I don't want to watch ESPN.
Yeah, like I never liked Acho or any of his takes. It's like
I'm just trying to say again.
Huh?
What were you gonna say?
Oh, I was saying that I've never liked any of his takes. The problem with ESPN is they put these personalities on TV that just have terrible opinions.
It's hot take media. That's all it is.
Everybody trying to go viral. The next clip of who said something crazy. And that's not what I want to see as a sports fan. I want to listen to somebody who knows what they're talking about.
Bro, they got Mad Dog and all he do is and give all hot takes literally. And I love Cam. I love Cam, but when he came on there, all he does is do hot takes. I'm not gonna lie, bro. That's all he does. Hot takes.
You don't want to see that. Like, I understand the occasional hot take, but when that's all your content,
yeah, like it can't be everything.
I don't mind hearing Cam talk to an extent. I don't mind it. But something that was brought up the other day, man, did y'all watch that segment with Morris Chestnut on it?
Which one?
Boy, Morris Chestnut came on to talk about the Eagles. I'm going to be honest. If Morris Chestnut chose to be a sports analyst, they'll be in trouble. Because he it's like he watched the games. He brought up stuff that wasn't just hot takes. It's a shame when people come on the shows not spreading hot takes and just actually spitting to come on the show and look better than some of the analysts.
Mm-hmm.
Like we were all upset about inside the NBA potentially leaving this season, but after seeing this last ditch effort and performance that Charles Barkley and Shaq putting up, I don't want to see him come back.
Yeah, like it just don't hit the same.
Nah, it seems kind of corny sometimes, bro, because it seems like they always trying to tear him down. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they do a little too much.
Yeah, Shaq already a hater as it is. So
Shaq real sensitive, man. It's like he can say whatever, but don't let nobody say nothing about him, boy.
But yeah, man. But man, we got anything else we need to add before we potentially get out of here?
Oh, I forgot to say this earlier, but Notre Dame kicker, I don't even know why they tried him on the field. What?
Yeah, they've been through like 6 different kickers.
But they put up his stat right before he kicked. It was like 6 out of 12. I was like, bro, don't even see him out here, bro.
Well, your scholarship would have been gone, bro.
Man, you would have been
They're
sitting on
finna go get a 5-star kicker. They're finna go get the next Vinatieri.
Like,
I would have just went for it at that point.
If I was the coach, man, I would have told him, bro, just focus on school. Like,
lying, bro.
Look, bro, get your degree.
Or get your CDL or the forklift license or something, bro.
Bro, he a kicker, bro. So you know he's smart. Just get his degree, bro. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah,
Get your degree in agriculture or something, bro. Do something.
yeah, or like like engineering or whatever you want to do, man. Just you're not going to the league.
Yeah, put your hands to use because your feet ain't working right. So we gonna work it out.
Man, we got anything else we need to cover before we get out of here, man?
Nothing for me. Y'all go Bills.
Oh, one thing I want to say. Who y'all guys what y'all think the top 5 of the draft gonna look like? That's just top 5.
Oh, this
That's Friday.
draft or NBA?
Friday.
I feel like we can do a little top 5 real quick. No order.
Where's Wade
One,
born?
I gotta pee like crazy, and 2, y'all cutting out my other content, man.
All right, then let me do a top 5 real quick. No order. It's gonna take me 10 seconds.
Just do 5 players.
Oh yeah. No order. Cam Ward, Travis Hunter, Abdul Carter, Shador Sanders, Will Johnson.
Ew, God, dog.
No order though. There's those players. There's no order.
Why? Okay, we're gonna discuss this later. But 8-year senior Will Johnson is nuts.
Hey, Will Johnson. He if Travis Hunter didn't exist, that's cornerback 1.
Oh, I ain't gonna lie. I had the wrong name in my head.
You thinking about somebody else?
I'm thinking, what is Ohio State quarterback name? Will Howard.
Oh,
That's Will Howard. Yeah.
I'm thinking Howard.
Oh, Will Howard. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. That man, he probably go 4th or 5th round.
That's insane.
Maybe 6th round.
Oh, yeah.
But man,
Rico,
talk to me, man, before we get out of here.
hey man, I'm just ready, bro. It hit me the other morning. Like college football season really over. It's crazy.
Yeah, bro.
It ain't hurting my feeling.
I'll be looking forward to it.
It went by too fast.
I don't know though, man. College is fun, but I think by the end of the playoffs, I was tired. It was a lot to take in. Dave, talk to me, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it short. Go Bills. We ready to make to the Super Bowl this year? Hey, if not, look, put me on the team.
Hey, close us out, man. I gotta pee. God, dog, I've been waiting on y'all.
Yeah.
But man, it was a pleasure being with y'all boys tonight. And, we are the lounge. We appreciate everybody who came out to view, check us out. Next episode will be on Friday. We'll be covering, I think, mock draft for NFL, I believe.
Yeah,
we're gonna be doing a little mock draft. So, I'm one of the members of the lounge, Dave, and we signing out.
Peace.
All right, how do I end this shit?